Hi everybody, it's Cece, Coach Cece of the Main Protagonist Coaching. How are you? It's been a minute since I've shared video content. Thanks so much for the feedback that many of you have sent to me and told me saying, Cece, I used to watch your videos, I really liked the stuff you were saying. I'll be very honest with you. Towards the end of last year, like so many of you, I also started to experience burnout. So I just needed to take things slow, up the ante on my well-being. But it's May 2022. For the most part, most cities, most countries have opened up. And for me personally, there's a sense of spring. Even though I'm in Kenya, in the southern hemisphere, I am feeling an internal sense of spring. And being creative and sharing content and connecting with you guys via video is something that brings me a lot of joy. So I'm going to be doing a lot more of these once again. Now, for those of you who are tuning in for the first time, I'm Cece Ojany-Bekhor. I work as an executive leadership and wellness coach. In a nutshell, I help leaders like you to be well and do well. I coach both men and women. I've been doing so for very many years now. You can find me on LinkedIn. You can find the podcast on soundcloud.com/coach_CC Ojany. And you can also go to www.themainprotagonist.com. I work mainly with men and women leaders. Many leaders are self-employed, so they are founders, but there's also quite a few leaders who I work with who are employed. Okay, so if this is you and you're feeling like you could do with a little bit of help in your personal and professional life, please get in touch. You can also have a look at the older videos I shared further down. Have a look at the older videos I've shared where I talk a lot about leadership and wellness. So let me get into today's topic. Again, I know you're a very busy leader, so it's good to get straight into things. Today's topic is Mother's Day. In many parts of the world, we will be celebrating Mother's Day this coming Sunday. And this is something that's important to me for a number of reasons. Number one, I'm a mom now. My daughter is going to be turning 5 this month. But also, in the work that I do with women, many of whom are mothers, there's a phrase that I use a lot. I mean, I use it with men as well, but it really does land when I use it with women. And the phrase is, give yourself permission. Or if you want to say it to yourself, of course, it's, I give myself permission. Let me tell you a little bit about my mom. My mom, I like to tell people that my mom is a juggernaut. She's older now, she's not as vivacious as she used to be, but I tell you, my mother in her heyday was a juggernaut. She was a CEO, she was a businesswoman, she had 6 kids. I'm the 6th in a very big family. And my mom gave herself permission. She never said those words to me, but I saw it in a lot of what she did. So for example, she was in her 70s when she started a coffee business. She was doing fashion. She would get together with her friends and hire a tailor, and her and the tailor would design all these amazing outfits for my mom. Her high-powered friends would come to purchase and design clothes. She tried her hand at fishing at some point. She was an employed CEO for years before that. My mom did a lot. And what I love most about how my mom did what she did is she was excited, she was passionate about her endeavors. Now, when I was younger, I appreciated that about my mom, but I was also a bit hard on my mom, you know. I used to wish things like, oh, I wish my mom had taught me this. I wish my mom had cut me a bit more slack when I didn't do as well in maths or physics or whatever. And I spent a lot of time critiquing how my mom mothered me. That was in my 20s. Now, I'm older and hopefully wiser. And I have come to see all the blessings my mom gave me, both overtly, by her actions and by the things she said, and also covertly, just from my own observations. And I realized that this thing that I like to say to myself and to my clients, give yourself permission, is actually something that I got from my mom. My mom gave herself permission, and that's why I say she was a juggernaut in so many ways. She didn't wait around for somebody to say, it's okay, go ahead and do that. If she wanted to do something, she'd just go ahead and do it. And now I'm crystal clear about the influence that has had on me as a person, as an employee when I was an employee, as a business owner, as a mom. And so I just want to shout out to my mom, Agnes Ojany, for all that she has taught me. And so this is what I pass on to the women leaders that I work with. If you have attended any of my workshops, either face-to-face or online, my clients who work with me one-on-one will tell you, I'm always talking to women about having more fun, giving yourself permission to have more fun, giving yourself permission to try that thing you want to try, be it professional or personal. Give yourself permission to rest. Ooh, that's a big one. That's a big one for women. Give yourself permission to rest. Give yourself permission to go on a holiday if you can afford it. I mean, you work so hard. Certainly the women I coach and the friends in my life, the women friends in my life, we work really, really hard. And so why not give yourself permission to do things like go on a short holiday, even by yourself? Women like to laugh about how when we're traveling by ourselves, either for work or otherwise, the biggest thing, the biggest joy is that we get to sleep in. It's funny, but it's also it's very telling, right? It's very telling. Another thing I point out to women is I believe men are better at giving themselves permission, unapologetically, I should say it that way. And so I always say to the ladies, do the same. You don't have to say, I'm gonna take a break because I'm so tired and I deserve this break, and I'm switching off my phone because I deserve this break. You can just say, I'm taking a break. You can just say, I'm going on a holiday. You can just say, I'm buying myself that thing because I like it, I need it, I want it, and I can afford it. This is what giving yourself permission looks like. It's a very, very deep way of loving yourself. And I'll finish off with this, ladies. I was somebody who didn't give myself permission in my 20s. I was afraid, what if it doesn't work out? Will I be able to do this? It's a variant of perfectionist syndrome. And the problem, well, there are many problems with that, but I would say the key problem with that is it made me a very uptight person. It made me the kind of person who would struggle when I would see people who are, women especially, who are free and doing their thing, because deep down inside I very much wanted to be that way. So this giving yourself permission thing is important also for your mental and emotional well-being. I have found in my own life, in the lives of my clients, and people who tend to give themselves permission, they are more carefree, they are more compassionate actually with themselves and with other people, and they're certainly much happier. So happy Mother's Day to all the moms around the world. Whether you have birthed a child, whether you have adopted a child officially or unofficially, and of course for all the aunties out there who are mothering so many kids anyway. It's a day for women, ladies. So I wish you the most awesome Mother's Day. May it be filled with joy, may it be filled with fun, or if you want to give yourself permission to just rest, go ahead and do that. I'll leave it there, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will be sharing lots more videos, as I said, so please keep it locked.